You too! I saw Mr. Fox again. But this time, he was holding something that looked like a letter. That's interesting. Why would he do that? Wait! I think he found the letter! Wow! Do you want to know what he wrote? Let's talk about today's objective. I can innovate the fable. What is innovate? To innovate is to change something, to introduce change. So today, we're going to be changing the fable. Sounds interesting. Let's review a little bit. What is a fable? Do you remember? It's a short story that uses animal characters to teach you a lesson, a moral. The lesson is the moral, right? Good. What about personification? It's just like Mr. Fox. When you treat animals or objects like human beings. Excellent. What was the title of our fable? The Fox and the Grapes. Good. Okay, let's review the story. So, in the first picture, I see Mr. Fox looking at the juicy bunches of grapes, right? He was ambling along, and all of a sudden he saw a vine, a plant on which grapes grow, with juicy bunches of grapes, and he was thirsty, so he tried to jump to reach the grapes. But he wasn't able to reach the grapes. So what did he do? He walked away and started talking badly about the grapes because he couldn't reach them. Good job. What was the moral of the fable? You should not speak badly about something that you once wanted just because you can't have it, right? Excellent. Now, how are you going to innovate the fable? Remember, the story has to be the same. The moral has to be the same, so the lesson has to be the same. And you still have to use personification. So you still have to treat your animal character just like a human being. You have to rewrite the fable, but this time you will change the animal character and the fruit. Again, you will change the animal character. So it's not going to be Mr. Fox anymore. You are going to change Mr. Fox and the grapes, the fruit. So choose another animal. It could be a lion, it could be a wolf, any animal you want. And choose another fruit. So it could be apples, anything else. Then you will rewrite the whole fable, and each time you see the words fox or grapes, well, you have to change them. Step 1, you have to read the whole fable again. Let's read it together again. One warm summer's day, a fox was ambling along, enjoying the sunshine. He came across a vine. Juicy bunches of grapes were hanging from its branches, ripe and ready to be eaten. The fox was thirsty, so when he saw the grapes, he wanted to eat them right away. Walking back a few steps, the fox took a run up and jumped and almost reached the grapes. I'll try again, the fox thought. He took a few steps back, counted to 3, and ran and jumped again, but he still couldn't reach the grapes. Third time lucky, the fox said, and jumped for a third time. But he still couldn't reach. He tried again and again until he became very tired and couldn't jump anymore. The fox thought for a while, put his nose in the air, and said to himself, "Well, I'm sure the grapes were sour anyway." It is not easy to like what you cannot get. Good. Now that you read the story or the fable once, step 2, choose your animal and your fruit. I will choose the wolf, so it's going to be Mr. Wolf instead of Mr. Fox, and the apple. Okay, now you are going to read the fable one more time, but this time, whenever you see the words fox or grapes, you have to either underline them or circle them. So again, step 3 is, each time you see the words fox or grapes, you have to either underline them or circle them. So basically, you have to find these words. So read the text one more time and try to find these words. Good. Step 4, you are going to start writing the fable. So start writing one warm summer's day. Then, each time you see the word fox, replace it with your own animal character. For example, remember I picked the wolf, right? Mr. Wolf. So, for example, one warm summer's day, a wolf was ambling along, enjoying the sunshine. Be careful, your sentence has to make sense. So each time you write a sentence, of course, review your success criteria. But on top of that, you have to read it again and make sure it makes sense. Good. Let's read the next one. He came across a vine. Uh-oh, that's a problem. A vine is a plant that produces grapes as its fruit. Remember? So if you changed grapes, you have to change vine. Since I picked apples instead of grapes, I will say he came across an apple tree. How about that? Yeah, it works. Okay, let's move on. Juicy bunches of grapes were hanging from its branches, ripe and ready to be eaten. You're going to have to change bunches of grapes. So maybe juicy apples were hanging from its branches, ripe and ready to be eaten. Be careful, again, your sentence has to make sense. This is the hardest part. So each time you change a sentence, or each time you modify a word or two, you have to read your sentence again and make sure it makes sense. Good. So again, you have to rewrite the whole fable while changing the animal character and the fruit. The story remains the same. The moral is the same, and you still have to treat the animal character as a human being. All you have to do is to pick an animal character and a fruit. And each time you see the words fox or grapes, change them. Then read your sentence and make sure it makes sense. That's all you have to do for the whole fable. Good. Don't forget to change your title as well. So here's an example. I wrote the first paragraph for you. The Wolf and the Apples. One warm summer's day, a wolf was ambling along, enjoying the sunshine. He came across an apple tree. Now you have to continue. But don't pick the same animal as I did. Change the animal character and change the fruit. All right, year 2, that's it for today. But what about the letter?